Hello, it's Dr. Sarah Walton, and today's soul writing tips are some more technical tips. If you follow me, you know that I do two types of writing tips. One is meditation, so helping you to write from your intuition, and we do some guided meditations. And the second type is more technical writing tips. So today's the second type. I'm here in beautiful Austria, and I'm here in the alpine fresh air and really feeling very healthy and full of vitality, and so I decided to give you some tips about location. So here are 3 tips about how to engage your reader in the location, and this is something that's not just for writing fiction, but it's really useful also for writing blogs, or any newspaper articles you might be writing, even report writing. Locate the reader very quickly in the present tense, where you are, or past tense, any tense, but where you are, the location. And the first tip is bring it to life through your 5 physical senses. So what can you see? I can see the snowy mountains here. It's really beautiful, if you can see that. I can see beautiful alpine trees, fir trees. What can I hear? I don't know if you can hear, but there's a gorge, and so there's a stream rushing and bubbling and gurgling through the mountains where the snow's melting and coming down through the gorge. What can you smell? Well, I can actually smell, I'm near to a cafe, and I can smell glühwein, so cinnamon and spices of the warm spicy wine that they drink in this region. And what can you taste? So kind of there's a taste in the air. It's very fresh, it's very cold, and I can feel the sensation on my tongue, on the back of my tongue. It's not exactly a taste, but it's very crisp. And texture, so touch is another thing. So that crispness on my tongue, that's another thing that you can do to bring location alive, so the sense of the atmosphere here in the Austrian mountains. The second tip is how your character feels to be here. So I feel refreshed, I feel alive, I feel invigorated, I can feel that I can breathe, so I have a sense of freedom being here. And the third tip about locating your reader to engage them is, what do the locals think about it here? Now that can be interesting, because sometimes the locals might have a totally different view of the place they live. They might find it really dull and boring. They don't notice how wonderful it is, or perhaps they work really hard with the animals on the ranges with the sheep, or with the cows, producing cheeses, and it's really hard work for them, so they don't really notice maybe. Or it may be that they have lots of stories. So I met an old guy today who had some stories about what it was like to grow up here in the mountains, and these mountains, I'm sure, are full of a lot of stories. So I hope that's been useful. If you want any more tips, go to www.soulwriting.co.co. Thanks for listening.